this location in 2011. Before that, we were in a tiny little place with 6 tables that was behind the Mall of Georgia. We have a lot more elbow room over here. I'm Rico's wife. Rico is Filipino and we love food. So we kind of coined everything as international comfort food. We like to take from everything that we like and just really enjoy food.
I am really excited to try some of the dishes that we got going on here. We've got lumpia, we've got a chicken sandwich that I hear is just like award-winning. And we've got a really nice salad, which is great because we've been going to a lot of places today and I haven't had like something light in a little bit. I could definitely use something that's a little less heavy on the stomach. Right, so really cool fact. So Ricos is apparently the first restaurant that actually was able to supply cheer wine. This is what I have here, if you can see it. It is a very rare soda. If you know what cheer wine is, then you are probably as excited as I am that they actually have it here. First thing we're gonna try is the appetizer. This is lumpia. Rico is Filipino, and this is his mother's recipe. I'm really excited because I love me some lumpia. Filipino food is great. I wish I could eat it every day. And now that I know Rico's is here in downtown Buford, I might just be here every day. All right, no surprise here. I love the lumpia. Lumpia is fantastic. Let me just show you that little dip action. Every time you come here, make sure to get yourself an order of this. So, really good flavor on that. The sauce is great, though. I know they said that was Net's signature sweet and sour sauce. So, I'm sure that if I asked about it, they wouldn't be able to tell me what's in it. Otherwise, they'd probably have to try to kill me or something. I'm not really sure. Okay. The lumpia by itself is good. It really is. But that sweet and sour sauce makes it that much better. So definitely come get the lumpia as your appetizer when you come into Rico's. Definitely worth it. Next on the menu is the strawberry salad. So it's great to know that there's an option for someone who's a little bit more health-minded and wants something a little lighter, but still has a lot of flavor. And I'm looking at the salad and my mouth is actually watering a little bit because it's got some grilled chicken that looks incredibly well seasoned. This is fantastic. It's got red onions, it's got strawberry, it's got feta cheese, and again, the flavorful looking chicken. My mouth is watering. I'm gonna just take a bite of this and just kind of go for it. Chicken is delicious. It's juicy. It's still got all. So a real big problem when you order a chicken salad at most places is that the chicken comes out dry. People generally overcook the chicken breast because they cut it so thin and then they just sear it. They sear the living daylights out of it and it's not great. I usually don't feel good about ordering a chicken salad. Yes, it's health conscious, but usually it's like, man, I'm gonna be chewing for days to eat this. The good thing about this is that it's still juicy, it's still moist, it's still flavorful. I could eat this and be satisfied and be like, all right, this was actually worth getting a chicken salad versus getting something else that might be a little bit more flavorful or a little bit heavier. Let me try this along with some of the feta cheese and the strawberries, just so I can see how it all kind of tastes together. Definitely flavorful, it's refreshing, it's light. I feel good eating it. I feel healthier already, just having eaten a little bit of this salad. Now, the chicken, I mentioned how it looks very seasoned, and that honestly is always great to see. Sometimes things can be over-seasoned, sometimes things can be under-seasoned and be bland. This is the perfect level of seasoning. Frankly, if I just had a bunch of this chicken by itself, I would eat that. But the addition of the strawberry and the feta, it just makes it that much better. So, yeah, that strawberry salad, definitely a good dish here. All right, so next thing we're getting here is going to be the Royal Rooster chicken sandwich. Now, Royal Rooster chicken sandwich is cooked with a habanero sauce. So you can see this coloration. Yeah, there's just something special about a spicy chicken sandwich to me. So I'm going to just dig right into this. I'm sure that there's a cutesy way to eat this, but I'm just gonna put the bun on top, and it would be a disservice not to just take a big bite of this. So I'm going to take a very big bite of this sandwich. And yeah, I apologize for viewers at home. I'm just letting that sink in a little bit. That is a fantastic. I'm gonna take another bite. Just 1 second, 1 second. I'll be with you in a moment. All right, so this chicken is amazing. This is a great chicken sandwich. The habanero, I will say I am surprised that it's not as spicy as like what I normally consider to be the level of heat for habanero. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try the chicken by itself just to see if I can get a better taste of the sauce on it. I can taste it for sure, but I just wanna see what it tastes like without the addition of all of the toppings on the sandwich. Because the chicken on both the salad, but the chicken on this sandwich is dynamite. So as you eat it, you can taste more and more of that habanero kind of creeping up. I will say this is great in terms of how spicy it is, because it's just like, it's somewhere around like a 2 or a 3 for my scale. For anyone else, it might be just a touch hotter, but I don't think that this is something that's unbearable or something that a regular person wouldn't be able to manage. They do this intentionally so that everybody can enjoy the flavor of the chicken sandwich and the habanero kind of cooked in with it. But it is just hot enough for you to be able to taste that there is some kind of heat there. And I think that that is just perfect. It's very hard to find someone who can balance heat and flavor together to make something truly delicious. We have made it to dessert here at Ricos, and they talked about how they make their cakes and their desserts in-house. They do a lot of things in-house, but one of the biggest things that they do is their cakes. And just looking across the room, I can see their cake display. It looks amazing. I have a bit of a sweet tooth, and that's problematic whenever I see homemade desserts. I make the justification that if it's homemade, it's allowed. Not good for my stomach or my waistline, but hey, we're here. I'm gonna try a couple of cakes, and we're gonna see how it tastes. You can tell that it's definitely got blueberries in it. So I'm gonna give it a shot. And of course, when I go for cakes that are layered like this, I like to go in for that layer of filling in between the layers, because that's where a lot of the flavor is gonna exist. So I'm gonna just give this a shot and see how it tastes. I am not doing a good job getting this. This cake is great. You definitely taste blueberry, but it's not overpowering. So it's not like the only thing that you're tasting. It's definitely sweet, but it's not too sweet. The cake tastes incredibly fresh, and I know that they've had this at least here for the day because we're here in the middle of the day. And this is still very moist. This is still very much not a dry cake, and that's what's making this just so delicious. In fact, you can see in here, you can see bits of the blueberry still throughout the cake. That's probably helping this a lot. But this cake is so light that it almost feels like you're not eating like dessert. You don't feel heavy after eating this, which is fantastic. Coffee cake. Looks delicious. It's self-explanatory. They make it with coffee. Yeah, let's go ahead and just... Ooh. That just feels so great. There we go. All right, so coffee cake. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, that's great. That is fantastic. This cake is amazing. So it really tastes like a cup of coffee. Like, it's not, I wouldn't say it's overwhelming with coffee. It's like the perfect level. It's hard to wrap my head around the fact that it tastes so much like a cup of coffee. It's not like bitter, it's not too dark, it's not too rich. It's just a smooth cup of coffee with like a little bit of cream. That's exactly what I'm tasting when I taste this cake.
Here at Ricos World Kitchen, we are open Tuesday through Thursday from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. And then we're open on Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. We're closed Sundays and Mondays.